Hello and welcome to Physical Geography. I'm Andrea Treese and I'm going to be your instructor this fall semester. I know that many of you are probably taking this course as a natural science credit requirement, and you're probably from all different types of majors, and that's fine. You don't have to have a big science background to understand this course. It's introductory. So the first thing I want to do is to discuss with you the two main types of geography. We have physical geography and human geography. Physical geography is concerned with the actual physical planet. And human geography is concerned with those things that humans have created, cultures, religions, traditions, all of the things that have to do with human activity on the planet. So physical geography is what we're here to study now, and that is rocks, air, water, climate change, weather, all the things that we're going to be talking about this semester. And I think very interesting stuff that has a lot to do with your everyday life and issues like climate change that are only becoming more and more important every single day. So to give you a little bit of background, I don't want to bore you with the history. You're welcome. But I do want to talk a little bit about the background, which is that in around 300 BC or so, it was Aristotle who first said, "Hey, I think that the Earth is round." And everybody said, "No, you're crazy. We don't know what you're talking about." And he says, "Yes, I've been studying lunar eclipses, and I think mathematically there's evidence to prove that the Earth is round." And it turns out, after many people corroborated that evidence, that it is, in fact, round. So we'll discuss later in Module 1 about the implications of that on our seasons and revolutions around the sun and what this means to us. Then in around 160 BC or so, Ptolemy, who is the grandfather of geography, invents the geographic grid. That's the system of latitude and longitude that helps divide up the planet. So Ptolemy is a very important guy. He had all kinds of contributions to geography, not just that one, but he's an important guy. So after that was the Middle Ages. Not a lot happened then because everybody was dying from famines and diseases and all kinds of things. It was a kind of a dark period in general for the planet. Then in 1400 AD, we entered the Renaissance period. All of a sudden in the Renaissance period, lots of exploration, new ideas are becoming popular. All kinds of explorers like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama and Magellan and Sir Francis Drake, although you could correctly not think of them as explorers or more like conquerors, because really a lot of the land that they discovered was already inhabited, but that's for another class too. But the bottom line is all of these people lived during the Renaissance period, and a lot was going on. During this time, we had a lot of different philosophical ideas around geography, lots of concepts of land ownership. For example, the indigenous people in North America did not have a concept of land ownership. Different contributions that women made to geography. And at some point during this time, geography is established in most major universities as an academic discipline unto itself. Then finally, by 1950, we have a new era of geography emerge called the quantitative revolution. Now, not only can we mathematically prove that the Earth is round, but we can see it ourselves from the moon. So it's a big major explosion of all different types of analysis that we're able to do. It's really exciting. In 1964, William Pattinson in the Journal of Geography discusses four major schools of study for geography and how we can look at it. So there's a spatial tradition of looking at just the analysis of things as they exist in space. There is an area studies tradition looking at different regions and how those regions affect each other. There's a human and land tradition that looks specifically at human and environmental interactions. And then the fourth way is an earth science tradition looking at quantitative analysis from a very scientific perspective. So physical geography as we know it today comes mostly from those last two, the human land perspective, environmental studies, and earth science studies, looking at it quantitatively. So it's very interesting. This semester, we're going to study starting from our place in space revolving around the sun, or rather revolving on our axis, making revolutions around the sun. And we're going to discuss the seasons and all of the things that come out of that change. And we're going to talk about the air on the planet, the weather patterns, the things that are all involved with that. We're going to get into water, an increasingly valuable resource. And we're going to talk about all the places water's found on the planet, some issues with water. And then we're going to talk about the lithosphere, which is the Earth's crust. It's just a fancy word that'll get you a lot more points in Scrabble for the Earth's crust. The lithosphere. And then after that, and the lithosphere is, plate tectonics, rocks, volcanoes, earthquakes, fun stuff. Then after that, we go into finally the biosphere, where we'll talk about all the different living things on the planet and how they interact and affect each other. So you and I are going to do it together this semester. If you have any questions at all, I really encourage you to reach out to me, contact me. You can do so through the Canvas inbox or through our chat features in Canvas, or you can email me through the Northwest Vista email. If you'd like, we can set up a meeting to have a video chat, or we can even meet in person. I work also at UT Health San Antonio in the medical center area, so we can meet in my office there. It's really up to you, but please don't hesitate to reach out. I promise you I'm approachable and willing to work with you in whatever way that you need. In any case, I'm here. So let me know what we can do there. I encourage you to please do a deep dive this semester. Take lots of notes, absorb as much of the information as you can, because you'll see how very important all of these topics are to your everyday life. This stuff is around you all the time and affects you every single day. It will only become more important in the future and to our children and their children and their children. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad you've joined us this fall, and I look forward to spending this semester with you. Thanks. Bye.